welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the RX7. So today's plan is to go ahead and install the power plant in the RX7 and get it all buttoned up. We have a lot of work to do, so stay tuned and let's get started with today's episode. So we got the car all lifted in the air. Now we're ready to go ahead and start moving this motor and lining it up.
Let's get it done, man. We are ready, boys. Pretty much first test fitment right here. I'm ready to see how hard it's about to be. Hopefully it won't be too hard. What are you thinking over there?
Thinking it should be a piece of cake. Let's go ahead and keep going down to it to see what it says. Needs to go forward.
How's it looking?
Looks like everything is lining up. I think we're gonna clear it with our headers.
Yep, let's go down.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Boys, check this out. Everything is fitting in pretty well.
Man, look how much, that's a good amount of room right there for the headers.
Yeah, I thought those weren't gonna work, but they actually fit. Just trying to get all these wires organized and find out the direction of them.
We are moving right along, guys.
Just want to make sure that we don't miss any wires down here in the back, because those are going to be very tight to get to once we lower the car more. Alright guys, so we got the engine in place. It's resting on the engine cradle, and we also got the transmission bracket. Not too difficult aligning everything, it's just we had to work super low to the ground because we're using jacks to hold the engine cradle. But now we're ready to go ahead and lift the car up and start with our suspension.
Let's do it, man. That's a bit high there, eh?
Let's go ahead and start mocking these up. Let me get a hammer on this one. Oh, there we go. I think it's got to go up right here. Oh. Fits like a glove. Let me oil this up.
Man, everything is just sparkling under there.
Looking brand new. What's up guys, next day here and we got the front suspension on the RX7 all buttoned up. It is sitting on the wheels because we wanted to see what the fitment would look like. But now we can go ahead and raise the car up. We have to install the drive shaft, our rack and pinion, as well as the diff stabilizer and our exhaust. So let's get to work. So on this side we are using the spare tire. I couldn't find an extra wheel. I tried using this FRS 18-inch wheel, but the lug pattern is different. But this side right here, I'm sure the suspension is still gonna settle a little bit, but that's looking pretty mean right there. So I think we're gonna go ahead and start with the rack and pinion, because I think it'll be a pretty good challenge getting that rod up there in.
Oh yeah, man, it's way up here.
Alright, so we got the rack all nice and clean, and we do have to change our outer tie rod on the right side, but let's go ahead and install this.
Hopefully it fits right up, no issues.
It's going to be a little tricky getting this one rod to slip in.
That's what she said. Help you out there a little bit.
Damn, it's going to be a tight fit. Alright guys, so we got the rack and pinion back on the car. I am going to wait to bolt that down until we get the key. As you can see, this one's all the way out and this one right here is in. So I want to get the steering wheel nice and straight before we bolt it down to make sure we got our shaft over here lined up correctly. It was a pretty tight squeeze. So now I'm going to go ahead and get our drive shaft. We got that nice and clean and start installing that in our diff brace, which bolts onto the transmission right here. And then 4 bolts on the diff right over here. And my brother here is cleaning up the exhaust. We're gonna get that painted and make it brand new looking.
Let's do it, man. Let's get it nice and clean, make it look brand new.
The welds aren't that great on that. We also got this CBR all back together. So we did buy this bike about 10 years ago. It was wrecked. I think we just had to replace the fairings and fix a few other things. Check this out, it's a 2005. With 4,266 miles. I do have to change the oil, but I got a video coming out on this really soon. So let's go ahead and get that exhaust cleaned up and get this drive shaft and diff stabilizer on.
So I got all the surface rust off the exhaust. Now we're just gonna go ahead and hit it with the scuff pad and it'll be ready for paint.
Slip her on in.
That's all it takes. And 4 bolts right here, get these torqued down. Dang, it If only I can hang on to the bullets. Got 2 in. Now let's torque him down.
This drive shaft will be ready for some power right here. Hopefully it don't snap in the future. But check out these axles, man. They're pretty beefed up, I would say.
I mean, can't this diff right here handle like 600 horsepower?
Yeah, I've read some stuff online about the RX7 diff. They can handle around 700 horsepower, so.
Mazda did it right. Alright, so our diff stabilizer is on, and before anybody says something, we did flip the bolts on the drive shaft. We put those in the wrong way the first time, but everything is nice and tight under here. So now let's go ahead and get our first coat of paint on that exhaust and start putting that on.
Let's do it, man. So Bruno is feeling better. He's just taking his daily nap. So there he goes, probably waking up.
This was a little bit tricky getting it on, so I did use this jack and 2x4 to hold the diff up because I couldn't really hold it and align everything up by myself. But we got that all tight, got some Loctite on those. We put those in the wrong way the first time. All right, you guys, so we got the exhaust all freshened up. That's looking really nice and ready to go, but we can't quite yet install it on the car because it does cover all this up. We've been working on some of these brackets under here, trying to customize them and make them work. I am having to run these spacers over here so it clears our drive shaft. And then we also had to rethread our transmission mount. That was all stripped out. But the main roadblock we ran into was our shift linkage. I can't quite get the transmission to line up with the shifter inside. So when the transmission is in park, the shifter's like in reverse or neutral. Kind of annoying, but I did go ahead and order a new cable. Hopefully that comes in within the next couple of days and we could take care of all this. That took the better part of about half a day. So now we're gonna go ahead and clean all this up, lower the car, and start sorting out the harness inside the engine bay. All right, you guys, that's a wrap for this episode. We made some good progress on the RX-7. We finally got the LS all back installed as well as our front suspension. I'm so happy to have all this out of the way because between this and our dash, this was one of the biggest challenges of this build. With all this behind us, we should be getting our front bumper and our keys in the next episode of the RX-7. With all this being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on your post notifications. We got some more awesome builds on the way. Follow us on Instagram at DannyTV. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
We'll be right back.